Alright there. Good afternoon or evening, Mugrai, and welcome back to Savannah's Crystal Reiki Healing. I'm Erin, and I just made this shell of a chain bralette earlier this morning. A side project because who doesn't want a wee bit of flair every now and then? Happy New Year's Eve, one and all. Are you looking for a message of hope? Are you looking for a message of everything's going to be okay in the end? If that is what you're looking for, might I introduce you to a mirror? Take a look at the person in the mirror and understand that if you do want any form of hope in this world, you need to be it for yourself first. And then, perhaps, that radiates outwards onto the people out there. But moving on. I've got two forms of readings for you today. I've got a numerology to tarot read along the journey of the Fool, because we're all fools in our lives to one degree or another as we reach and grasp as we do. And then I've got a 3-card draw for you. Just a quick psychological check-in so we can understand why that path in our day-to-day. What motivates us along that path today? So, be brave and come with me as we peer into the depths of our own shadows, deep, deep down, just to see what lies down there, what dwells down there beneath the conscious mind. Before we begin, have you had your water? I know that I have mine here. It's got some NSFW content on it, so don't mind the censorship. Have you had your food? And are you taking care of yourself today? Keep in mind that you are responsible for your own actions as well as your own inactions. But for this, be brave enough to take care of yourself today. You are as important as everyone else around you, because everyone else around you sees you as important. So, if you're able to, see yourself as worthy, as you deem everyone else around you to be. And as you go out there and you do everything that you need to, see yourself as worthy. Have that drink of water because you're parched. Have that bite of food in you because you're peckish. And then be brave enough to see yourself as being worthy so you can take care of yourself the same way you take care of everyone else. And if you honestly do still need that excuse, Mommy says it's all right. It's all right. And, of course, as for the legals, all of this is for entertainment purposes only. How this works. I will start off with the numerology to tarot, the journey of the Fool. Just a quick, here is something that we need to focus on today. It gives us direction, it gives us focus as we continue on with the 3-card draw, which is the psychological evaluation to understand why that road today. And then we bring it all back together into the journey of the Fool and understand what exactly does everything mean and what is possibly being said. And then, because there is a wee bit of hope, we will finish it off with a Chakra Love Oracle card, an angel card, to help give you a wee bit of hope for today and as we go into the new year. So, if this reading lands on either your homepage or your For You page, depending on your platform, there might be something in this reading for you. So I challenge you to pay attention, to listen, Let's figure out what's being said and why it's important to you. When it comes to the numerology to tarot, we have our numbers. This is today's date completely broken down. Today is the 31st of December 2024, the final day of 2024. So we break it all down. And then let's go ahead and just jump right on into which the final integer is 6. The Lovers. You stand at a crossroad and a choice needs to be made. Everything is a contract. Everything is dependent upon how you wish things to be or how you want things to go. But it is always your choice. So you stand here at a crossroad, looking at the situation, looking at this lover, looking at this person, looking at the situation, and wondering, what do I need to do? How do I work and make this work for me, as opposed to it blah, 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 blah. You're thinking about it too much. What do you need to do if you want to succeed here is to be yourself, to act naturally. If you be yourself and act naturally and you're honest, you'll be fine. But if you're prone to overthinking, like most of us are in today's day and age, then perhaps the road that you choose is not the right one. Or perhaps it's the wrong one. It is a 50-50 shot. So the question really becomes, are you being honest with yourself today as you walk down this road? Or are you putting up airs? Are you putting up context, pretexts? Are you putting up a mask? It's really up to you to determine whether or not these are going to help you or be to your detriment. But again, you are responsible for your choices, your actions, and your inactions. We continue on with our 3-card read, to which it quite simply is the past. Our past motivations in what was. Where are we coming from emotionally and in the situation? Into the present, or what I like to call what is. Because we're here right now in the what is. And this is where we stand with ourselves and our motivations. And then we lead into the possibility of what may be in the future. A potential future outcome. So let's just go ahead and get into this. The first card in the what was is the Empress reversed. Now, right side up, the Empress, the feminine counterpart to the Emperor, is the life of the empire, is the life of the realm. Everything she touches in maturity comes to life. She is virile. She is fertile. She creates life wherever she goes. She creates life in whatever she touches. Because she takes the time to nurture her decisions. She takes time to nurture the circumstances and the situations she is within, or the empire is within. But we are reversed. Why don't you believe yourself today? Or why are we coming from a position of you don't believe it? What made you believe that the voice you have in here and in here is not enough, that you should not pay attention to it? Well, I have an idea. You see, here in the States and here in the Western civilization, we're not taught to listen here. We're not taught to listen here. We're taught to listen to everyone else, to keep the wheels of the economy going at the expense of ourselves. We just happen to be a decent product. So you are reliant on everyone else for what you want to say, for what you need to think about, and how you are to act from here. There is no original thought. There is no original creative anything to you. You are waiting for someone to give you directions. You're waiting for someone to give you a command. You really are quite a good robot, aren't you? We move on from what was into what is, and we are the Ten of Swords. This time properly. I know we get quite a few reversed. The Ten of Swords, we're the pincushion. We're the pincushion, and if you remember yesterday, we took too long to act, and as we procrastinated, everything was getting worse around us. Well, here we are. We are finally seeing the results or the fruit of our inactions. We are stuck. We're in the situation. We're not able to move. We're not able to act. We're not able to think. We're stuck here because procrastinating felt better than action. Now done it. So here we are. Moving on to the possibility of what may be if we stay along this particular path. The future, if you will, or an outcome. We have the Hierophant. We adhere to tradition. As yesterday's numerology de tarot suggested, we adhere to tradition. We adhere to the academia. We adhere to the ritual. We adhere to the ceremony of it, of the situation we just happen to find ourselves within. The question is, because we're not creative, we're coming from a position where we have no real thoughts or words or deeds of our own. And we're stuck where we're at in this world of, or this reality of our making. The question is, whose tradition? Whose ritual? Whose ceremony? Is this one that we've just gone ahead and relinquished control into, and we're just going through the motions because what else can we do? Or, and this does take a wee bit of cleverness, did you actually pay attention yesterday and you started again from the beginning, from the basics, and you're building your tradition back up from scratch? But it's not anyone else's. It's yours and yours alone. So which is it? Now, let's bring all of this back together into the journey of the Fool, the Lovers. We have a choice. We have a choice to make. Our position is grim, but then again, we're stuck in indecisions constantly. Do I act? And if I act, certain consequences, certain pushback could be there. Pay attention to the word could. Or do I do nothing and I work myself into inaction, which will only make the position get worse and worse and worse until I'm finally able to do nothing. And it happens anyway. But I'm stuck here because it's the reality of my inaction at work here. Do you act? Do you not act? If you do act, are you being honest about your motivations? Are you being honest about your everything? Are you being honest about who you are? Or are you acting because it's the only way out, regardless of how you feel and all that? You're just going through the motions. You're not being honest. You've got your reservations, you've got your biases, and you've got your prejudices. And you're taking this with you because it seems like the best idea at the time. So you put yourself to the side to do this. But this is just as bad. as not acting at all. You need to be honest here. So are you being honest? Or are you just acting? And now finally, for those who need it, and to help bring in this new year in a wee bit of a lighter, in just a lighter light, we've got a wee bit of hope for you. Use your intuition today. Intuition is the little tug that pulls you towards your light. This is our hope for today. It's not something that you're going to find out there. As I said, you have responsibility for how you choose or how you don't choose. What you say versus what you don't say. You have responsibilities for all of that. Use your gut feeling, because if we are in a position where we do need to make a choice and we need to be honest about that, listen to your gut and be honest about it. I like where I'm at, but I dislike how much work it's having to go be done in order to do it. But I'm being honest about my motivations. I want this to work. It's just harder than I thought it would. If we don't have intuition and we choose not to act, then that doesn't matter. You just decide to act. Are you any different from an animal at that point? And there is our reading for today. I certainly do hope that you did enjoy it. All of this was, of course, made for entertainment purposes only. If this reading did find you today, then perhaps there was something in this for you, something you needed to hear, as good or as ill as it may be. I hope there was something in it for you. If you do enjoy this type of reading, please understand that I do operate off of caffeine. I am constantly on this hunt for some form of caffeine in my life. It fuels my creativity here on YouTube, over on TikTok, over on Patreon, over on Substack, Blue Sky, and where have you. So, down below in our lovely set of links, I have a link to my personal Venmo. If you could please donate a few dollars so I can buy the next cuppa, so I can go ahead and make the next video or newsletter or blog, that would be amazing. Again, hit all of the buttons down below. If you liked what this reading is, what it had to say, go ahead and hit the like. If you like what I do overall, hit the subscribe. And if you think your family could enjoy the messages here, go ahead and hit the share button. And perhaps they would enjoy listening to what the cards have to say today. So, on top of all of that, I have links to my business pages down below. Go ahead and click on those. I update the update section on my personal site constantly. Doing my best to give you guys a heads up as to what I'm doing, where I'm going, and what's going on with the services here. I also have a affiliate link with my sister's site, Yoga with Dialyn. She's a yoga instructor, but she also does tarot. She also does divination. Unlike me, who does this for psychology, she actually does all of this for fortune telling and divination. So if that's more your speed, head on over there. I won't be offended. Other than that, if you want to become a part of the conversation when it comes to these readings and what they have to offer, please consider becoming a patron on my Patreon. For just a few dollars a month, you could become a part of the conversation and a part of the creative process, as opposed to a passive observer who is just here for the ride wherever it may go. Become a part of the conversation today. and have your name listed before in this video. Have your name listed in the Patron section of everything that I will be doing from here on out. And, well, the Discord's still under construction. I really need to work on that. So, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you all down the line. Please have yourself a very Merry Christmas. Sorry, New Year's Eve.